This is the Power Wash by Siren Bliss. And this Power Wash is dedicated to those that know that cleanliness is next to godliness. And it's dedicated to those that know that clean hands and a clean face are a happy heart. The Power Wash is guided visualizations for the spirit. Now, this Power Wash is a system to get into heaven, including initiation into the higher realms of the spirit with attendant abilities. It includes a cosmic car wash for the soul to clean up your earthly problems so that they will let you in, plus a complete orientation when you get there. Now, this is your ticket to the land of gods and goddesses. This is a guide back home to your place of love and unity. Now, basically speaking, in the wash, spirit energies or entities are called up and washed and vacuumed away. The actions of this put the one delivering the procedure and the one receiving it into a strong, commanding position over matter, energy, space, time, decision, and entities. To get the full effects of this, one must give as well as receive the meditation many times. It must be delivered with strong intention to call up the entity being addressed. It must be noted that this method does not work well on unethical people or those that have consumed alcohol within 24 hours. When used correctly, it can increase clairvoyance, telepathy, remote viewing, healing, and other spiritual abilities. Now, the first part of this is the purpose of the first part is to get you into a relaxed trance state where you can get the most out of these actions. So the first thing we're going to do is check food. If you had plenty to eat, all right, and rest. Are you well rested? Okay, alcohol. You had any alcohol in the last 24 hours? Restroom. Do you need to use the restroom? Do you have any upsets? Do you have any problems? Are there any unethical acts going on in your life? Are you involved in other practices? Do you have any pain? Now, this is ideally accomplished away from all distractions, lying down in a dimly lit room, safe and comfortable. It's done live with a friend from this book or from a recording. Now put your cell phones on airplane mode. You want to clear each energy or entity button from various viewpoints rather than moving through them quickly. There are many inductions on the internet. You can pick one that feels best to you or use this one. Are you comfortable? All right. Wiggle around a bit and find that sweet spot for your body where you can let go comfortably. Now get your hands and feet comfortable. Move the hands just a little bit and get them just right. Now relax. Breathe in and out to the relaxing sound of my voice, and you will feel yourself slipping into a nice, comfortable imagination dream state. Now we're placing a magic, sparkling, blue protective sphere around you. You can feel it. This is very relaxing, and nothing can harm you or affect you poorly against your will with this magic, sparkling, blue protective sphere that's around you. Now, any sounds or distractions that occur will deepen your trance. Now, the problems and the worries of the day are leaving. This is your personal time now, and you deserve it. All right. Now do this. Take a big, deep breath, breathing in light. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let it out for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we want light in and darkness out, okay? One big deep breath of light in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We hold it for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we breathe out darkness. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, in light. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out darkness. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now continue naturally breathing, and you'll feel yourself going deeper and deeper into a trance. This is very relaxing. Now keep breathing in light and breathing out darkness. Keep breathing in and out naturally to the sound of my voice. You'll feel yourself slipping into a deep, relaxing trance. Now, as you keep breathing in and out normally, you will find that you're relaxing even deeper with each breath. As I mention each one of your body parts, it will relax even more. It will totally relax effortlessly in sleep. Your feet, relaxing. Your hands, relaxing and sleeping. Your legs, relaxing and sleeping. Your arms, relaxing and sleeping. Your head, relaxing and sleeping. Your torso, effortlessly relaxing and sleeping. Now picture yourself sitting at a table with a green tennis ball rolling across the table in front of you and off the table to your right. Now you see it bouncing a few times on the floor and then rolling through a doorway and out of sight. In your mind's eye, you see it rolling a little further and then stopping. Okay, now in front of us are some stairs that are going down into a very relaxed, very deep meditative state. Now the first step in front of us is the feeling that you just got off work. Now this is total relief. You just let it all go. The next step down is it's been a tiring day, and now you are on your bed and with your head on the best pillow in your favorite position. Now you can relax even more, like after you've had sex. This is a nice, relaxing release. You are completely at peace. You're free from the stress, anxieties, and problems of the world. Now the next step down is like you had a big, satisfying meal. And you don't want to do anything except just rest and sleep and listen to my voice. Very relaxing. Now this next step down is the jacuzzi. Now this is soaking all nervous energy out of you. And the next step down from here, your body weighs a ton and you can barely move. Now we're going down deeper to the next step. Your arms and legs and torso are numb and asleep, and this is a nice relaxing tingle. Now the next step down is you're breathing in and out to the sound of my voice. You're slipping deeper and deeper into a deep sleep where you want to do nothing but to sleep and listen to the sound of my voice. Now the next step down, the relaxation, is even getting deeper. One more step down, deeper and more peaceful. We are now on the bottom step and deep in a completely relaxed trance state, going even deeper and deeper. Now we can see the ultimate, super soft, feathered dream bed from where you can go anywhere. And you're falling right in the center. Poof! Ah, this is super pleasant and relaxing. This is a nice relief release. Nice and comfortable. This is very harmonious. Now we're in a deep, deep state, and keep breathing in and out to the relaxing sound of my voice. You'll slip even deeper into an even deeper trance state. Okay, now we'll move down one more step to an even deeper state of relaxation. Okay, now fall once more into the super dream bed. It feels good to let go completely. Now let's go to the temples of purification. Now here we are at the first one. It has the power to wash away lifetimes of trouble and problems. It works 100% of the time on everyone. It's like a very powerful electronic waterfall. Has tiny shocks and flashes of light as it dislodges and removes the thick incrustations of unpleasant experiences, betrayals, and loves that have been lost. It washes away entities and the energies that they create. It powerfully breaks down the barriers to absolute, supreme, divine, infinite love and consciousness. It is a power wash in every sense of the word. That is truly miraculous. Now let's wait here and let it do its work. Yeah, that feels good. We can see stuff being washed off of us immediately. There's a super powerful vacuum here that removes everything washed off permanently. It takes the spirits and entities that is being washed off and vacuums them up and places them out in a happy, sunny environment where they can decide where they want to go and what they want to do. Now let's move through. Feel the mist and the powerful rain coming down on us. Strong and fully refreshing. It's a rainbow of colors, cleansing, purging, removing fears, pain, negativity, and suffering. It forgives and purges all considered sins by us and against us. The rain is getting stronger and heavier. It's like a super car wash. It's removing all of the crud that is built up from the influences of others, the put-downs, the rejections, the intentions to hurt, and the ridicule are all burning off in flashes in your mind over your entire body. It's like a giant wave of light and goodness crashing down on you. It is as strong as Niagara Falls. There are explosions of energy restoring inner and outer harmony. This is pure, rejuvenating pleasure. Nothing can stand up against this. This purging is strong. This is a highly charged power station. It's very neon and electronic. Has the power of a supernova or 10,000 suns even. As we move through it, the colors and frequencies of the downpour change to handle absolutely everything. We can feel a vacuum working over our entire body. We can feel the suction. The entire wiring system of the mind and body is being cleansed and restored. You can see and feel it. From the 10,000 miles of neurons in the brain, down the spine, and into the extremities, it is combing the nerves to cleanse them of fears, anxiety, hopelessness, and all sorts of negative feelings. You can see it and feel it. It is rejuvenating. Now it's cleansing your entire heart and blood system. All of your veins and arteries and tiny capillaries are being washed and cleansed. Light is being infused into all darkness. Lightness where there was heaviness. A nice, perfect, comfortable flow is established. Now your muscles are all being combed from your head to your toes. All tension and tightness is being flushed and combed away. Every muscle on the body can feel this. All pain is releasing. Now the bones are being cleaned. Starting in the head, all incrustations are being ironed out. This is a major removal here of negative areas. A polish is being put on all of the bones. It's like they're being polished with cosmic light and sound. Now the light is flashing through your chest and breathing system. It is restoring it and making it pure and without considerations. There is a very fresh feeling entering your lungs. This is fresh and revitalizing forever. All bacteria and viruses and their negative effects are being removed. Now your mouth, tongue, and throat are being bathed and flushed and restored. All negativity is being washed from these areas. All stuck entities are being removed. The teeth and gums are being worked over with light. Now your face is being washed and scrubbed completely. The next area is down the throat to the stomach. All criticism is being removed from eating and weight here. The stomach likes the darkness leaving. It loves the light. Now we comb through the intestines, wash clear, restoring a healthy electric balance. It is perfect. Now we flush the urinary tract with healing and cleansing light, and it is being restored to its most optimum state. The rectum is cleared of all darkness and pain. The next step, if you're a woman, is all of the sex organs: vulva, labia, clitoris, vagina, uterus, fallopian tubes, ovaries and ovum, and breasts are all being treated thoroughly with this cosmic cleansing and healing. Here is a cosmic healing douche. If you're a man, then your genitals and prostate are being cleaned. This will protect you. This is totally soothing and healing. Impressions left from other people are being removed. We are placing a blue protective barrier over your sex organs to protect them for good. Now the cleansing and baptism is extended into your environment, washing through your car, your home, and at work. Friends and family are also feeling this right now. This is very thorough. It touches everyone and everything you're connected to. Contagious diseases are being removed. Immune systems are being strengthened. As we continue through the waterfall, we're amazed at how the colors and electronic flashes and lights keep continuing to cleanse. A special soap is being introduced. This cosmic soap really works. It's very psychic. It seems to know exactly where to go. The cosmic vacuum intelligently works with it. It has a beautiful sound to it and is very rhythmic and musical. It restores harmony and unity of spirit and body. It is like the light and energy know exactly where to go and what to do to heal all of the shadows and dark patches. Light is being restored everywhere. As we continue through, the next section of the falls removes walls, cages, chains, and slavery. No more social coercion. No more brainwashing or any form of mind control. This area is extremely liberating. It is dreams come true. We're no longer restrained nor inhibited. False egos are going away and gone. Barriers, force fields, blockages, filters, and fences are being neutralized and washed away. Drunken and drugged hazes and confusions and numbnesses are going. Unhappiness and depression are being removed. We see them being eradicated and disappearing forever. This is a strong, thorough flush. It's a slow and easy action. There's no rush. We can really feel it doing the job. And you notice that you can direct this wash with your mind to handle the areas on your body that are in your mind you want handled. So go ahead and do it. Good. Now really scour out those areas you want handled. Now as we move on, this new section of the waterfall is freeing us from any controlling influences from any source. This is hardball. There's no messing around. These influences are dissipating quickly. Now this is restoring our own self-determinism and freedom of personal choice without any compromises. The energy here has started to zigzag to be more penetrating and effective in the wash. It's shooting back and forth. This is very effective. We can feel the suction of the cosmic vacuum cleaner combing over our body and through all of the energy around us. We can see and feel things being removed. Evil spirits and troubled spirits are being washed away. This is an exorcism of unhappy and troubled spirits. There is an ecstasy being uncovered. Now, the next part of the cleansing wash is removing anything or anyone that would make us into a slave or a robot. Degrading people and energies are now going. This is flushing critics, condemners, and those that create hatred and traps. This wash is very personal and intimate. Negative influences from mothers, fathers, family members, lovers, and role models are dissolving. They're being neutralized and washing away. Phoniness and pretense are going. Falsities are going. The truth is showing itself and getting stronger. It's a very deep wash. Here goes years of mother's disapproval, mother's lack of love and rejection, mother's self-destructive attitudes, mother's suffering, mother's anger, mother's meanness. Washed away are mother's depressions and unhappinesses. Mother's curses are released. Mother's problems and upsets are all washing away. The release from this stuff is stable and lasting. The gains that you're getting here are steadfast and constant. Here now we're moving through the area of physical and mental addictions and habits. We see the electric buzz that prods us in habits. This electronic habit machine is dissolving. It has no power over you. As you see it, it leaves. Now laziness and sluggishness are now flushing away in glowing light flashes. We can feel the discharge as they lose their control over us. It's like shorting out a battery charge to zero. Now this is restoring our self-esteem and self-respect. Adolescence, foolishness, dumbness, and stupidity, doubts and uncertainty and confusion are washing down the drains with it. Bad thoughts, deeds, and actions are going. Depression is going with it. Tight muscles and worry are being released. We can see them go. Anything that would hold us down or back is flushing loose. This is penetrating and thorough. Now, when I count to 3 and clap my hands, you'll come to present time feeling refreshed and harmonized. And to get you back into this or even a deeper trance, I'll say sleep, sleep, sleep 3 times, and you'll be able to slip all the way back down into this super relaxed trance state. So, here we go. 1, 2, 3, back in present time. Sleep, sleep, sleep. You're back into a deep, deep, deep trance. It feels really, really good. You've gone all the way down the stairs and you're in a nice, comfortable, deep, deep trance state. Now nets and blankets and brainwash schooling and invalidations on us are shorting out and flushing away. We can feel that creativity and free expression are being restored. Lifelong fears, upsets, and angers are going away. Devils and demons are being eradicated. Now this is a beautiful thing because it's permanent and stable and forever. Now these releases and your gains are fresh and new, and you know it for sure. Now this next truly magic Power Wash section releases fixed decisions and allows you to re-examine things and change your mind. It washes away stupidity, and ignorance in all areas of your life. Now, this clearing and cleansing wash is a strong and robust zone. Nothing can stand up to this cleansing flow. It's like the fixed conditions were never there. As it disperses, it's replaced by supreme infinite love. This increases compassion and goodwill. It also improves alertness and perception. It's a very bright area where everything can be seen and sensed. You can see things much better now. Your psychic perceptions are increasing. You can see how the Akashic records of time are wrapped around your body like wool on a spool. It's also wrapped around Earth. This has an effect on everything you experience. This is all of the time from your past existences and lives. You brought all of them with you to resolve them this lifetime. This is crystal clear, and you can see how it all been brought into play this lifetime. What we have done to others is repeated on us so that we can learn both sides of the game board. Now this increases compassion for the dual nature of life. We are Source and have made the choice to experience what we were blind to in the past. Now seeing and understanding this will release us from being prisoners to the past. We are not victims. What we have done to others is repeated on us this life. That is the lesson that we learn. Only complete compassion and love will unify our spirit and free us. Now, this is clear for us to see and understand at this point. We are not victims. We're 100% responsible as Source for everything that has ever happened and will happen to us. It is decisions we've made to experience all of this. Now, this is a great relief to know and to understand. Now, as we move on through this super powerful wash, in this section, the darkness and clouds and unawareness and unconsciousness are washed away as if they were never there. An everlasting brightness and positive optimism appears and expands. Demonic thought and devils that cause evil are being removed. This is forever and is a natural, permanent state. It's where this could be called home for you. It's peaceful and relaxing. Now, nothing can hold you back or down ever again. You are unified and harmonized. Now, your personal strengths and your confidence of assertiveness are restored. So now we've been through the first wash. Here's a permanent, brand new, clean you forever. You are fully refreshed and restored, and you can really feel the difference. This procedure has been successful. Now the second wash is much more vigorous than the first one. It has the power of a supernova. It shoots energies up too, combing us from the bottom up, over and over in pulsating waves. It gets us from the back and front and sides with vibratory frequencies that dislodge everything. It completely cleans and removes all corrosion and crud from the underside of your spiritual and physical vehicle. This one really feels good to go through. Let's move through together now. Ah, yes. Strong, pulsating, electronic, sparking, cleansing power. Powerful waves of light. This is working with a strong vacuum. Nothing can stand up against it. It is all-pervasive. Ah, it's natural, divine, and supreme love and joy are replacing the old deposits. Now, as we move through this divine master power wash, we notice all ailments and illnesses that we have ever had are being dislodged and flushed away. Deep pains and fears are going. Suffering and unhappiness are released. This intense energy is just shaking everything loose. It is for real, and it is really working. Our immune systems have been strengthened. The coronavirus has no way to infect us. We are protected. This is a nice change. There's nothing to fear. Now there go layers of encrusted restraints and inhibitions. We can see it and feel it happening. The walls are crumbling. No more mental imprisonments. All blockages and restrictions are breaking apart. Yeah, there they go. Garbage is going out. Strength and good health are filling us. Now self-consciousness and embarrassment are eradicated. Old angers and hatreds are gone and going. Bad experiences with the opposite and same sex are flushing off. Nothing can hurt you ever again. Family problems are coming off like crusts, coming off in layers covering all families. Your parents are washing free. Your true mother is pure love and compassion. The other one was just relieved of position. She was washed away. Problems in school as a child are coming off. Difficulties learning are removing in waves and shells. The child within is being healed at every age in your life, from the newborn to now. Every single day of your life is being washed here. And it's washing, it's power washing in time slots. Now here's prenatal to birth, all being washed, and birth to preschool, all being scrubbed down and washed, completely cleaned. All of your old dirty baby diapers are being washed away. All of the uncomfortable feelings from soiled diapers are flushed away. All of your baby clothes are going, and all the clothes you have ever worn are washing off, with all the impressions they've left on your body. It's all being washed away. Now here's your primary grades, and the teachers and the other children. Here's middle school. Here are all your teachers. Here's high school. Here's all the stuff that happened to you after high school. Here's what's happened to you ever since then. It's covering a lot of stuff. Waves and waves of this super washer are combing every day in your life. The cosmic vacuum is doing its work. Just let it all go. Hold on to nothing. Nothing is hidden. This power wash sees and feels and knows and understands everything. Everything is transparent and nothing hidden. There are waves of soothing, healing, restoring light. We can see it do its work. The gains from this second wash are permanent. Let it all go. The gains will stay with you forever, and the other stuff is gone for good. Now that knowledge really feels good. All right. Now I'm going to count to 3 and clap my hands. You will come to present time feeling totally refreshed. And to go deep back into the trance, all I have to do is say, sleep, sleep, sleep 3 times in a row. You'll be in a much deeper sleep. 1, 2, 3. Back in present time, feeling great. Sleep, sleep, sleep. You're going back deep, deep, deep into much deeper sleep than you were before. In a deep, deep, super deep trance state. Now we're going on to the third super wash. And it has many more times powerful and thorough than the first 2. It's got special additives to handle things that the others only partly got. This one is truly thorough. Nothing can stand up to it. It has more power than Niagara Falls or a major whitewater river. Everything gets cleaned and organized neatly here. It reaffirms the wins and abilities from all prior gains you've made. Boom, it goes off with a boom as we enter. We are in a love bombing zone. We've been hit with love bombs from all sides, and that feels great, and they keep on coming. We'll stop and feel it for a minute. Yeah, this is great. Love bombs are good. This is creating a unity for all life, past, present, and future. We can feel the effectiveness of this supercosmic vacuum and feel the divine intelligence of it. The supercosmic vacuum is definitely at work here, vacuuming up stuff that's unnecessary for us to carry with us. Now the love bombs are subsiding and we're moving into what feels like a large washing machine. Our entire lives, from conception to our deaths, are being examined and scrubbed with cosmic detergent of compassion and love. It's combing through all of the things that have ever happened to us. It's removing inhibitions and restraints. It's restoring your perception into all areas of your life. The knowledge of all your past lives is being made available to you. This wash is rehydrating and supersaturating all areas of your life. It's combing over and over, removing all forgetfulness, all hospitalizations, all accidents, all diseases, all drug and alcohol use and abuse. This is removing crippled, damaged thought and self-destructive behavior. It removes a lifetime of anger, meanness, and hurt. Long-term upsets are flushing away. Dark spots attached to the spine and nervous system are dissolving. We're very aware of these black spots throughout the nervous system where there's blockages. We're very aware of blackness and unconsciousness, pain and fear, all of it, for ourselves and for others. And this is coming off in big chunks. We see how the physical universe is composed of it. We can see how people are composed of it. We see how it controls us and others. We are now enlightened on this topic. Washed clean, fearless, and free, we are bright again. The power wash and the vacuum continue, working together real well. The following to be removed are all spirits and entities that we will call up. And I'll call them up and it'll be washed away and vacuumed up. The fault finders, the chronic complainers, the ones like your mother, those that blame others rather than taking full responsibility, the ones that cut others down, the ones that are argumentative, disagreeable, won't change, can't change, all being washed away. The ones that won't do anything about it, the group, the groupers, the ones that hate your body, the ones that despise others, the ones that put others down, the alcoholic group, the doper group, the shoppers and the buyers, the shoppers that never use what they buy, the abused child, the ones with no choice, the ones that are stuck, the ones that will not have sex, the sex addicts, the sexually abused ones. This power wash is getting the ones repulsed by others, the ones that repel others, the crippled ones, the crippled feet, the crippled body, the ones that can't start over, the disgusting ones, the disgusted ones, the whore, the hooker, the prostitute, pig shit, dog shit, abusive, abuser, abused, piece of shit, intoxicated, can't do anything about it, can't use it, slow, stupid, sluggish, all are being washed away and vacuumed up. Selfish, greedy, self-centered, the ones blocking me, the ones blocking this, the condemned ones, the prisoner, those restrained from this, those that are unbelieving, the skeptical ones, non-believing, the ones that can't see the others. Washed away are all of the distractions. The ones that ignore the others, the ones cursing the others, the ones that hang on to shit, the ones that hang on to junk, rubbish, imagined valuables, won't clean up, won't pick anything up. Those that have been abandoned, deserted, can't clear out, repulsed, repulsive, sick ones, cold ones, frigid ones, apathetic, lazy ones, can't think straight, bad habits, won't take responsibility, no discipline, constantly negative, antisocial, lowlifes, poverty-stricken, poor, impoverished, loser, doesn't want to listen, doesn't want to hear or see, all being washed away and vacuumed up with the power of an atomic bomb. This is very strong. They call them up there being washed away for good. Nothing can stand up against this power wash and this power vacuum. Now those that are stuck in a rut, connected to negativity and won't do anything about it, can't and won't change, in debt, verbally abusive, verbally abused, in denial, gets stoned and lays around, the ones that don't exercise, blames others, constant complainer, throws clothing and trash on the floor, abused, abusive, lack of appreciation and respect of others, easily upset, compulsive buyer, can't think straight, confused mind, unaware of consequences of thoughts and actions, those in a rut, those that can't see past lives, future expectations, and understand how they are the source of most of the things that happen to us are all being removed. Gone are the ones who buy unneeded things, degrading others, degrading self, degrading belongings, letting junk build up, not doing anything about it, won't clean, won't organize, hates self, hates others, resents others, in agreement with those that hate you. All of these are being released and vacuumed up. Those that are selfishness, those that are lack of feeling, numb, uncaring, ignorant, ignores things, ignores trash, throws clothes in a pile, uses kitchen sink as a trash can, never does the dishes, fat and immobile, can't move, afraid to change, clutching onto things, insecure, damaged, quarrels, fights, won't even try, argumentative, justifies laziness, anger at others, curses others, backseat driver, distrustful, cheating others, takes more than they give, puts others down, hostile, resentment, squabble, battles, falling out with people, touchy and irritable, disagreeable, bad-tempered, dope smoker, alcoholic, contentious ones are being set free. Those entities that are rejected sex, criticize the lover, kill self, kill the baby, sex with animals, sex with self, masturbator, turned off, the ones that don't want to pay for this, the ones that want to run away, the ones that want to hide, the ones that won't put things away, the Klingons, the ones that can't let things go, won't change, won't release, those that are stuck in an incident, those that are stuck in the past, dog in heat, smarty pants, won't listen, doesn't understand, knocked into unconsciousness, a very horrible person, in denial, worst person in the world, very dark and ugly, evil ones, malicious intent, waste of time, can't change, won't change, fixed and stuck, will not change regardless, all being washed away with this power wash and vacuumed up, stuck in an incident, trapped by the past, those that have abused others in past lives. Adolescent, the big baby, pussy, wimp, confused, times of maximum impact, suppressor to self, suppressor to others, suppressed by others, automatic reaction buttons without looking or thinking, unflat buttons and automatic responses regarding sex, regarding children, regarding family, trashy person, living in filth, living in poverty, broken spirit, can't change, won't try, lazy, poor person, can't remove trash, can't remove clutter, never washes dishes or pans, uses a sink to store dirty dishes, and lives in a pig pen. Is a pig, a group of pigs. All the entities that are a group of pigs are being washed away. A hog, can't clean or organize, just throws things around, leaves things laying around, never picks anything up, stinks, foul odor, unable to change your mind, stuck in a rut, confused, wrong decisions, hurt, fearful, the bully, the boss, the overbearing one. All of this is being washed away with the power of a supernova, with a power that nothing can stand up to. This is a permanent removal, and the cosmic vacuum is sucking it all away. And it feels good to see it go. The ones that just don't care, trashy habits, can't take care of themselves, won't take care of others, the bossy bitch, lives with animals, overly self-conscious, embarrassed ones, the second-rate ones, nervous, unsure, can't sing, can't dance, easily offended, the easily offended ones, the man haters, the woman haters, children haters, the ones that will not exercise, the ones that can't walk, the crippled ones, stuck, messed up, unprotected, rejected by others, rejecting self, the lazy ones, the unmotivated ones, useless, worthless, trash, garbage, ignoring, ignorant, filth, litter, debris, junk, junkyard, odds and ends, beggars, thieves, lower class, tramps, good-for-nothings, rummage, dump, poverty, junkie. The ones that are throwing away stuff, trashy, cheap, irresponsible, won't pick up trash, won't remove trash, living in trash. Pigs, hogs, swine, pig pen, blockages, walls, barriers, shields, blankets, coverings, armor, weapons, striking others, beating others, critical of others, put down, constantly complains, the pain of childbirth, the anxiety from sexual abuse, molested, victimized, victimizer, irresponsible, blaming others, doing rotten things to others in past lives. All of this is being isolated and inspected and washed away for good and vacuumed up permanently. Other entities are justified abuse entities, the abuser, the abused, the abusing, hurtful, intention to destroy, the ones that are annoyed, to be destroyed, past, present, future, to destroy another's creation, to ignore another, trapped, in shit, desperate, in a prison, in a cage, subhuman, lowlife, in a cage, a slave, easily offended and upset, quick to be offensive to others, defensive, under attack, unstable, sloppy, immature, adolescent, never grew up, not constant, imbalanced, wavering, fitfulness, defensive, weakness, unsteadiness, lonely, irregularity, changeability, hesitation, flightiness, uncertainty, confusion, quick to cry, the ball baby, volatility, precariousness, anxiety, false, sour, vindictive, alcoholic, self-destructive, hates self, hates sexuality, sensuality, horniness, holding on, insane, contrariness, must be right, can't remember, making others wrong, argumentativeness, kill the lover, kill the baby, kill the mother, kill self, kill sex organs, hates self, kill the child, hate the baby, reject children, ignore the baby, insanity. All of this is being powerfully washed away. The complainers, insulted, the psychotic, nuts, out of control, vengeful and mean, hurtful, hate the lover, fear the lover, out of control, put down, defensive, compulsive, obsessive, damage the lover, cheated by the lover, damage the baby, hate the baby, fear being alone, psychotic, insanity, blockaded, unwilling to contribute, fat, lazy pig, denial, non-confront, won't even look, vicious, violent, threatening, fearful, threatened, fearful, robotic, negative, negativity, dark, darkness, blind, stupid, and ignorant ones, selfish, greedy, lazy, piggish, fat, rejection of others, rejection of self, anger at others, anger at self, loneliness, locked up, trapped, desperation, desperate, needy, and poor, poverty-stricken, threatened, threatening, defensive, insane, insanity, psychosis, nothing makes sense, suppressive, vicious, unprotected, vulnerable, constant victim, victimized, victimizing others, screwed over by others, torturer, doing bad things to others, tortured, torturing, offensive, defensive, depressed, lifetimes of hurt, lifetimes of complaint, lifetimes of arguing, lifetimes of unwilling to look or confront, entities that are critical of others, put down, forced to suffer, run away, rebel, reject, doing mean things to others, inability to separate the entities, inability to see the entities, controlled by the entities, wrong conclusions, wrong decisions, inability to change, inability to see, desperate, the ones that are not taking responsibility for having done all of this to others in this life and earlier lives. Entities that are the inability to see, the inability to look, inability to understand others' viewpoints, entities that are denial, rejection, ridicule, embarrassment, all being washed away. The defensive ones, those that are blocked, blocking others, locked up, in jail, trapped, can't and won't do anything about it, in a tizzy and confused, unsettled, upset, can't remember what happened. Prisoners to the past are all being flushed and vacuumed away. Now I'm going to count to 3 and clap my hands. You come back to present time, completely refreshed with total knowledge that this stuff is all gone and washed away and it feels good. Your whole body and mind will feel harmonized. To get back in, much deeper than you are now, I'll just say sleep, sleep, sleep 3 times. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Back in present time, feeling great. Sleep, sleep, sleep. You're going back deep, deep, deep into much deeper sleep than you were before. In a deep, deep, super deep trance state. Washed away are surgery, unconsciousness, blackness, numbness, the entities that are being cut with knives, pain, fear, anger, being stitched up, surgically stitched up, all being washed away. The entities that refuse to do anything about it, the tonsil out ones, those that have been sewed up, those that are broken bones, the broken bone entities are being washed away. Entities that are copying others, that are trying to be like others, ordering others around, homeless, desperate, rejected. The fault finders, fault finding, continuing influences that won't go away are all being washed away. Unable to change, fixed, stuck, can't move, unaffectionate, unappreciative, cold, frigid, dead, dead cold, dumb, stupid, unconsciousness, all being washed away and vacuumed up. Those that are blacked out, can't see, won't see, accused, accusing others, bulldyke, man-hater, bulldog, junkyard dog, mean dog, looking for reasons to put others down, holding on to the past, in denial about the past, refusing to look at the past, horrible mother, horrible daughter, horrible brother, horrible father. All the entities that are this are being flushed out, and vacuumed up, and washed away. The ones that have been horrible to others are all coming up and going away. This is a very thorough, permanent wash. The ignorant ones, the dumb ones, the blind ones, the deaf ones, the numb ones, those with a lack of feeling, the selfish ones, the uncaring group, the predicament, trouble, piggish, pig-headed, the stubborn ones, the obstinate ones, those entities and energies that are pig pens, hog pens, disaster area, dump, won't pick up after themselves or others, the ones that are difficulty, the ones that are verbally abusive, the beaten ones, the criminal, the criminalized, the nicked, those that are restrained, those that are inhibited, the animal, the ones that are kill the fetus, the ones that are baby child, the ones that are hate the father, the ones that are hate the mother, the ones that are criminal to others, the ones that are destructive to others, the ones that are abused, the ones that are rejection of self, rejection of others, abandoned, tortured, irritated, vicious, damaged, those that are damaging, the dog-eat-dog ones, the dog-in-heat ones, the sex with dog ones, sex with cats, perverted, false identities, wrong stable decisions and beliefs, fighting, intent to hurt another, bloody, denial, rejection, evil intentions, bludgeoned, shitty person, covered with shit, damaged, ruined, the intention to kill, the inability to separate self from entities. Those entities are being washed away right now. The hard, the struck, those that are stuck, those that are dead, the blind and insensitive to others, those cursing others. The doorway to insanity, uncontrollable insanity, surgery, hospitalization, foggy-mindedness, inability to remember, pain, death, as black gets, uncontrollable complaining, hiding, uncontrollable insults, never-ending insults, constant offense, constant defense, over the brink, ridiculed, hurt, fearful, self-destructive, irreversible damage, treachery, viciousness, those entities that are junkyard bulldogs, those entities that are irresponsible, those that are uncontrollable meanness, anger, and hostility, those that have no love or compassion for others and self, those that are blaming others, those that are ugliness, those that are rejection, compulsions, damage, impatience, a fucking nightmare, can't be helped, totally unappreciative of others, unsure of yourself, shy, hanging on to stuff, collecting junk, the fault finders, the chronic complainers, those that are like your mother, those that cut others down, those that are argumentative, those that are disagreeable, those that won't change, can't change, won't do anything about it, drugged sex, forced sex, the ones that ignore the others, the ones that are cursing the others, the ones that hang on to shit, onto junk, those that are rubbish, those that are imagined valuables, those that won't clean up, won't pick anything up, the hoarders, abandoned, deserted, can't clear out, repulsed, repulsive, sick ones, cold ones, frigid ones, apathetic ones, lazy ones, can't think straight, bad habits, won't take responsibility, no discipline, constantly negative, antisocial, lowlifes, poverty-stricken ones, the poor, the impoverished, the loser, that doesn't want to listen, doesn't want to hear, doesn't want to see, the ones that are stuck in a rut, connected to negativity and won't do anything about it, the ones that can't and won't change, those in debt, those that are verbally abusive, verbally abused, in denial, gets stoned and lays around, won't exercise, blames others, puts others down, hostile, resentment, squabbles, battles, falling out with people, touchy and irritable, knocked into unconsciousness, the very horrible person, in denial, unnecessary surgery, very dark and ugly, evil ones, malicious intent, waste of time, can't change, won't change, fixed and stuck, will not change regardless. Those that are stuck in an incident, those that are adolescent, the big baby, the pussy, the wimp, the confused, the overwhelmed, the pig pen, blockages, walls, barriers, shields, blankets, coverings, all being washed away and vacuumed up. Those entities that are armor, that are weapons, entities that are striking others, beating others, critical of others, put down, constant complaints, justified abuse, the abuser, the abused, abusing, hurtful, intention to destroy, the ones that are annoyed, be destroyed, destroy the past, those that are destroying the present, those that are destroying the future, to destroy another's creation, those that are the past, those that are the present, those that consider themselves to be the future, all being washed away and vacuumed up. To ignore another, trapped, in shit, desperate, in a prison, in a cage, subhuman, lowlife, in cages, a slave, easily offended and upset, quick to be offensive to others, defensive, under attack, unstable, sloppy, immature, adolescent, never grew up, not constant, imbalanced, wavering, fitfulness, defensive, weakness, unsteadiness, lonely, irregularity, changeability, hesitation, flightiness, uncertainty, confusion, quick to cry, volatility, precariousness, anxiety, false, sour, vindictive, alcoholic, self-destructive, hates self, sexuality, sensuality, horniness, holding on, insane, contrariness, must be right, making others wrong, argumentativeness, kill the lover, kill the baby, kill the mother, kill self, hate sex organs, hate self, kill the child, hate the baby, reject children, ignore the baby, irritated by the baby, insanity, the complainers, insulted, psychotic, nuts, out of control, vengeful, mean, hurtful, hate the lover, fear the lover, out of control, put down, defensive, compulsive, obsessive, damage the lover, cheated by the lover, damage the baby, hate the baby, fear being alone, psychotic, insanity, blockaded, unwilling to contribute, denial, non-confront, won't even look, vicious, like your aunt, like your relatives, the ones that are jealous, envious, those violent, threatening, fearful, threatened, fearful entities, robotic ones, the negative, negativity, dark, darkness, those blind, stupid, ignorant, selfish, greedy, lazy, piggish, fat, those that are the rejection of others, those that are involved with the rejection of self, the anger at others, anger at self, loneliness, locked up, trapped, desperation, desperate, needy, poor, poverty-stricken, threatened, threatening, entities that are defensive, insane, entities that are insanity, entities that are psychosis. Nothing makes sense, suppressive, vicious, unprotected, vulnerable, constant victim, victimized, victimizing others, screwed over by others, the torturer, the tortured, the torturing, offensive, defensive, depressed, lifetimes of hurt, lifetimes of complaint, lifetimes of arguing, lifetimes of unwilling to look and confront. Those critical of others, the put down, forced to suffer, run away, rebel, reject. All washed away with this power wash, and all vacuumed up completely, removed from your space. The inability to separate the entities, inability to see the entities, controlled by the entities, wrong conclusions, wrong decisions, inability to change, inability to see, the desperate ones, those that will not take responsibility for being the source of all. Entities that are the inability to look, those that are the inability to see, those that are the inability to understand others' viewpoints, those that are denial, rejection, ridicule, embarrassment, defensive, blocked, blocking others, those that are locked up, those that are in jail, those that are trapped, those that can't and won't do anything about it, those in a tizzy, those confused, unsettled, upset, all washed away, all vacuumed up, those that are surgery, unconsciousness, blackness, numbness, those cut with knives, those that are pain, those that are fear, those that are anger, the entities that refuse to do anything about it, the nervous ones, the ones that are copying others, the ones that are trying to be like others, entities ordering others around, homeless, desperate, anxiety, rejected, fault finder, fault finding, continuing influences, unable to change, fixed, stuck, can't move, unaffectionate, unappreciative, cold, frigid, death, dead cold, dumb, stupid, unconscious, blacked out, can't see, won't see, accused, accusing others, bulldyke, man-hater, bulldog, junkyard dog, mean dog, looking for reasons to put others down, holding on to the past, in denial about the past, imaginary past, refusing to look at the past, horrible mother, horrible daughter, and horrible father, horrible neighbors, horrible relatives. Now, the prior confusions causing all of these entities, those major confusions in your life that you had where these entities came in and stuck, you got stuck and they stayed there. And you've got to be assuming a new viewpoint of yourself as source and being stable with that and just letting all of the other stuff go. So any prior confusions are being washed away. Confusions in your life, confusions in school, confusions with the opposite sex. All these confusions happened before these entities went away or came in, are being washed away. All right. Now this next part is I want you to spot repeatedly, who do you think you are most like? Number one, who do you think you are most like? All right. Next question is, how are you similar to your mother? Now take a look at, how are you different than your mother? Okay, now look again and spot how you are similar to your mother. All right, now, how are you different than your mother? Okay, now how are you similar to your mother? Good. Now, how are you different from your mother? All right. Now, how are you similar to your mother? All right. How are you different than your mother? How are you different than your mother? Now, all the differences and similarities are being washed away right now. However, how are you similar to your mother? Being washed away and vacuumed up. How are you different than your mother? Is being washed away and vacuumed up. Now, your father. How are you similar to your father? Good. How are you different than your father? Good. Now, how are you similar to your father? All right. Now, how are you different to your father? Good. Now, how are you similar to your father? Good. Now, how are you different from your father? Now, the wash is washing all this away. All these identities, all these decisions, all these differences and similarities are being washed away to free you up from them. So now we're going to continue on with the wash. Washed away entities. Those entities that have been washed away are now being washed away for sure. Upsets, worries, fears, automatic knee-jerk reactions, unpleasant things, hidden things, nervous entities, the psychos, the neurotics, those afraid of falling, those that have phobias of falling, those that are scared of heights, those that have fear of death, those that have fear of loss, those entities that are betrayals, the entities that are letdowns, entities that are automatic reactions, and the alcoholics, the drug addicts, the jealous ones, the greedy ones, numb vagina, bad mates, uncontrollably horny ones, the unstable ones, and the uptight ones, the losers, the desperate ones, desperation, the ones that blame others, the ones that curse the others, the shy ones, the shameful ones, the compulsions, the crazy ones, the controllers, those that threaten, the bus driver for the others, the one that tries to get all the others to go along with him, all being washed away. The big boss over the others, the upset ones, the ones under pressure, the unappreciative ones, the ones insensitive to others, the unfeeling ones, the ones that thrive by holding others down, the disagreeable ones, the dissatisfied ones, the ones that won't talk, the ones that should talk but don't talk, all being washed away. The crippled ones, the disabled ones, the handicapped ones, the lame, the deformed, the weakened ones, the broken ones, the weakened ones, the harmed ones, those that are impaired, the damaged ones, the collapsed ones, the destroyed ones, those that are smothered, the defective ones, those that can't breathe, the hurt ones, the defective ones, those in need of repair, those malfunctioning, those that are screwed up, those out of commission, dead, the not working ones, forgotten, dishonored, ruined, decrepit, frail, ignored, tottering, dizzy, discouraged, heartsick, defeated, disoriented, disheartened, sad, broken down, battered, despondent, broken, old, crushed, heartbroken, fallen apart, incoherent, shot, out of kilter, stabbed, injured, bruised, those unloved, those that have lost hope, those that have been infected by disease, those that have lost faith, those that have lost their spirit, those jumbled and confused, those dying, those that feel dead, those that are apathetic, those that feel sorry for themselves, those that want pity, those that want sympathy, those abandoned, the abandoned ones, the ignored ones, the lost ones, the sick ones, those ailing, those in a decline, emotionally, physically, and mentally, those that can't get any love, those ruined, those unfriendly, those hostile, those that are suffering, the sad ones, the lonely ones, those that are sorry, the non-working ones, the unusable ones, the broke ones, the poor ones, the insecure ones, those that have failed to gone to pieces, those that have gone to pieces, the losers, those that are screwed up, the rejects, the ignored, those that failed, those that lost, the inconsolable ones, and the pitiful ones are all washed away, the mean ones, the screwed up ones, those frightened, those afraid to die, tired of living, lacerated, smashed in, bruised, poor, poverty-stricken, cut up, fading away, the dead ones, the dying ones, those that have ceased living, the ones that have expired, those that are passing away, the ones that have lost their lives, those that have breathed their last breath, those that came to a violent end, dropped dead, be done for, go belly up, fade away, sliding into oblivion, turning to dust, ready to die, fighting death, keeled over, bit the dust, unendurable pain, hardship, receding, vanishing, ending their days, breathing their last death, those that have stopped, those dying off, those that are coming to nothing, those fading, those withering, those in decline, those that have drooped, those that have deteriorated, those that are rotting or have rotted, the rotten ones, those running low, the ones crumbling, those that have gone bad, perished, passed away, expired, those that are dying and don't want to, those dead and pulling the others down, those that are copying the losers, the ones that can't learn anything new, the unimaginable ones that haven't got any imagination, that just copy others, the ones that just go with the crowd, never thinking for themselves, those that are smothered, asphyxiated, drowned, sliding into oblivion, faint, ill, unwell, diseased, feeble, suffering, weak, imperfect, the ones that think they are perfect, sickly, those invalid, those unhealthy, those declining, those infected, those frail, broken down, run down, confined to bed, laid up, hungry for sympathy, can't and won't do anything about it, those that will not exercise, those in apathy that will not even try, feeling poorly, sick as a dog, those in a bad way, those bedridden, under the weather, hospitalized, quarantined, locked up, restrained, physically ran down, those under medication, depressed, in poor health, hospitalized, incurable, morbid, rabid, infected, crippled, and lame, fall ill, drugged, victim of a disease, suffering a relapse, wasting away, nauseated, putrid, addicted, trapped, contaminated, alien, infirmity, had their last breath, heavy-hearted, want to die, don't care anymore, given up, waiting for the inevitable end, feel bad, upset, ignored, the dead ones, the ones trying to kill you, the ones that want you dead, the ones ignoring you, the ones that are addicted to medications, painkillers, antidepressants, marijuana, cigarettes, caffeine, coffee, tea, alcoholics, those that would rather be dead, those who have given up, those who have given up the ghost, those that have kicked the bucket, those that want to kill you, those that are getting killed, those that don't care about you, those that don't care about themselves, the unloved ones, the can't get sex ones, the don't want sex ones, the weak and unsteady ones, those that won't try anymore, given up, weakened, crying, old ones, ugly ones, unpleasant things, hidden things, nervous entities, the psychos, the neurotics, those afraid of falling, those that have fear of death, fear of loss, betrayals, letdowns, automatic reactions, alcoholics, drug addicts, jealous ones, greedy ones, unresponsive vagina, bad mates, uncontrollable horny ones, unstable ones, frigid ones, damaged ones, toxic ones, desperate ones, desperation, the ones that blame others, the ones that curse the others, the shy ones, the sneaky ones, the shameful ones, the ones that are trying to avoid detection, the compulsions, the crazy ones, those hiding, the controllers, those that threaten, the bus driver for the others, the big boss over the others, the ones that are insensitive to the others, the unfeeling ones, the dissatisfied ones, the disagreeable ones, all being washed away. The tricksters, the pranksters, wet dreams, bedwetters, pain from menstrual cycles, queers, cannot breathe, bad breath, dismal criminal, being punished, ripped off, in trouble, no money, broke, poverty-stricken, not enough food, not enough money, going without, bills, in debt, the sinner, needs to be punished, wrong actions, wasteful, uncomfortable, too hot, too cold, sweaty, chilled, sunburnt, frozen, suffering, frail, weak, sickly, surrounded by clutter, hoarder, sexually turned off, numb, unfair, conceited, timid, shy, impress others, put down others, bigger than others, dwarfed by others, unknowing, always gets hit, unfair, cheated, embarrassed, ashamed, not enough energy, ineffectual, modest, impatient, big ego, to impress others, lonely, plenty of money, poor planners, plenty of food, excess of food, crummy car, nice car, never goes anywhere, always traveling, undernourished, free-spirited, bad-tempered, bad disposition, bad expectations, in trouble, penniless, in debt, hates self, unpaid, underpaid, owing, due, fool, trick, constant, regular, permanent, loyal, finished, done, completed, started, began, continued, stopped, ceased, completed, restrained, inhibited, inhibited emotions, inhibited love, inhibited agreements, inhibited reality, inhibited communications, inhibited understanding, hefty, overwhelming, nervous, excited, strung out, have a debt to pay, come clean, scorn, ridicule, disgust, hostile, cruel, despise, bright, dim, dull, fresh, sour, breezy, still, windy, awkward, graceful, close, distant, solid, transparent, hidden, visible, rich, poor, wealthy, poverty-stricken, intuitive, trained and drilled, earthly, otherworldly, common, eerie, new, old, create, destroy, source, affect, affectionate, cold, cool, generous, stingy, happy, sad, future, past, abundance, scarcity, harmony, discord, excitable, unresponsive, mother, father, sister, brother, son, daughter, cousin, grandparents, all being washed away. All these entities are being washed away and vacuumed up. Cause, effect, still, gesture, benefactor, punisher, lazy, ambitious, static, kinetic, bright, retarded, lots of money, no money, selfish, stingy, anxiety, calm, insane, thoughtful, neat, slovenly, polished, tarnished, light rain, heavy rain, desert, tropical, humid, populated, deserted, distant, close, big, little, distant past, now, far future, now, to know, wish, certainty, uncertainty, oblivious, control, chaotic, mine, yours, right, wrong, good, bad, young, old, success, failure, backstabber, congratulator, admirer, on time, late, early, belated, tardy, missed it, too late, too early, uncomfortable, stale, fresh, unbelievable, miserable, suffering, damaging, complacent, uninspired, blind, deaf, dumb, stupid, idiotic, slow, retarded, cash, bucks, wealthy, poverty, dopey, who cares, drugged, stoned, money's worth, lost, confused, rescued, pathetic, pitiful, to make people like you, to be kind, to help others, to be helped, shut up, shut down, freed up, set free, trapped, control, be controlled, dream, vivid dreams, nightmares, fever, chills, heaven, hell, purgatory, remember, forget, before, after, thicken, thin, deep hatred, abundant love, confused, understood, painful, pleasurable, compulsive sex, boring sex, fire, earth, wind, breeze, sun, moon, stars, constellations, astrology, meteors, comets, dimensions and doorways to other locations, exact past lives, forgetting the past, past life patterns, doubt, certainty, control of space, and controlled by space. All of this is flushed away and vacuumed up permanently. This puts control back to you. Now, these entities and energies have been fully erased. They are all eradicated. They are wiped out and they are abolished, destroyed and obliterated. They have all been fully vacuumed away. They are gone forever, never to return. They are all canceled out. They are all deleted, blotted out, and negated. Nothing at all can stick to you. They'll never again be a problem to you. You are permanently free from them all. They've all been replaced with a full restoration of love and kindness. You now have a true freedom to love and admire. You have a warm, tender, and a great passion for life. This is a real thing. You are weightless and totally refreshed. This is a strongly determined, steadfast state. It is definite and permanent. It will not go away. This will hold its ground forever. It will resist anything. It is a steady, resolved state. It's completely confirmed and determined. It is enduring and stable, and it is solidly fixed, and nothing can ever remove it. It is definite and settled in purpose. It has given you your life and power back. Absolutely and certainly. You know it for sure. No question about it. It is a great harmony. Now, we've completed and achieved our goals here. We've finished off and polished our aims. This is now a truly brand new you, and it'll never go away. You now have a polish on you like never before, and it is beautiful, and it feels great. It is finalized and put into effect. You have attained more than you have ever imagined. Truly, completely, fully, and firmly. For real. It is accomplished and it is done. So I'm going to count to 3 and clap my hands. You come to present time, you'll feel totally good. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're going back in again. Sleep, sleep, sleep. And back in much deeper than before. In a deep, deep, comfortable trance state now. And we're continuing on our process here with the super power wash. The fourth area wash is many times more powerful than the last 3 washes combined. This wash is about permanence and the perpetuation of your fine qualities and alertness and action. This fourth area of the power wash increases appreciation and perception physically, mentally, and eternally. It is deeply to the core. The fourth area, this is the final finishing area. In this area, we feel a finishing touch. Fine series of protective and penetrating sprays coming in from all angles. We can feel them coming in on us. This puts a super permanent shine on you. It also protects that shine on the rest of your vehicle forever. It is also a protection. Feel it coming in on us from everywhere. It's a beautiful experience. It is an ecstasy. It's a light-filled divine shine. It is loaded with glittering, sparkling twinkles of love and bliss. The end result is a completely reconditioned spirit. You have a new body and are at a new level of mindfulness. Bright and alert, sharp, just like new. You have the light of 1,000 suns in you. It shines for all to see whenever you smile. You can also be invisible. You are prepared to re-enter the world and work and play at the fun things that interest you the most. You have been empowered. Your bliss is here and now. You are enjoying the ride. You can really feel the difference. You're free-spirited and in control. And that feels super good. Now the next new area is the river of many viewpoints. We will spend some time spotting many viewpoints in each of these areas. This zone remedies scarcity of viewpoints and expands perceptions by spotting viewpoints individually and in groups. What we do is we spot some more, and we spot some more, and that's how it goes. So look right now and spot some individual viewpoints. Okay, spot some persons' viewpoints. Good. Find some more persons' viewpoints and spot them. Good. Spot more individuals' viewpoints. All right. Spot some individual viewpoints. All right. Spot more individual viewpoints. Okay, spot some more individuals' viewpoints. Good. Now locate and spot sex viewpoints. All right, find more sex viewpoints. Good. Spot some more sex viewpoints. All right, spot more sex viewpoints. Good. Spot some sex viewpoints. Okay. Spot child viewpoints. Good. Spot more child viewpoints. All right. Spot more child's viewpoints. Good. Spot child's viewpoints. All right. Spot many child's viewpoints. All right. Spot family viewpoints. Okay, spot more family viewpoints. Okay, spot more family viewpoints. Okay, spot more family viewpoints. All right. Spot more family viewpoints. Good. Spot group viewpoints. Good. Spot more group viewpoints. All right. Spot more group viewpoints. Okay. Spot more group viewpoints. Good. Spot more viewpoints of groups. All right. Spot group viewpoints. Okay. Spot humanities viewpoints. Good. Spot more viewpoints of humanity. Good. Spot more humanities viewpoints. Good. Spot more humanities viewpoints. Good. Spot some more humanities viewpoints. Okay. Spot some plants viewpoints. All right. Spot some more plants viewpoints. All right. Spot more plants viewpoints. All right. Spot more plant viewpoints. All right. Spot animals viewpoints. All right. Spot more animals viewpoints. All right. Spot more animals viewpoints. All right. Spot more animals viewpoints. Good. Spot stream viewpoints. All right. Spot stream viewpoints. Good. Spot stream viewpoints. Good. Spot more stream viewpoints. Good. Spot river viewpoints. Good. Spot river viewpoints. Good. Spot more river viewpoints. Good. Spot more river viewpoints. Okay. Spot lake viewpoints. Good. Spot lake viewpoints. Good. Spot more lake viewpoints. Good. Spot sea viewpoints. All right. Spot more sea viewpoints. Good. Spot more sea viewpoints. Good. Spot ocean viewpoints. Good. Spot ocean viewpoints. Good. Spot ocean viewpoints. All right. Spot more ocean viewpoints. Good. Spot viewpoints in space. Good. Spot more space viewpoints. Good. Spot more space viewpoints. Okay. Spot energy viewpoints. Okay. Spot energy viewpoints. Okay. Spot more energy viewpoints. Okay. Spot more energy viewpoints. Okay. Spot more energy viewpoints. All right. Spot some time viewpoints. All right. Spot some more time viewpoints. All right. Spot more time viewpoints. Good. Spot more time viewpoints. Good. Spot matter viewpoints. All right. Spot more matter viewpoints. All right. Spot matter viewpoints. Okay. Spot viewpoints out in the star and galaxy gardens. Good. Spot viewpoints of stars. All right. Spot star viewpoints. Good. Spot viewpoints of stars. Good. Spot galaxy viewpoints. Good. Spot more galaxy viewpoints. Okay. Spot more galaxy viewpoints. Good. Spot more galaxy viewpoints. Good. Spot some spirit world viewpoints. All right. Spot spirit world viewpoints. Good. Spot more spirit world viewpoints. Good. Spot more spirit world viewpoints. Good. Spot divine viewpoints. Good. Spot more divine viewpoints. Good. Spot more divine viewpoints. Good. Spot God viewpoints. Spot God viewpoints. Good. Spot more God viewpoints. Good. Spot more God viewpoints. All right. Spot goddess viewpoints. All right. Spot goddess viewpoints. All right. Spot more goddess viewpoints. Okay. Spot some more goddess viewpoints. All right. Spot more goddess viewpoints. Okay. Spot some infinite viewpoints. Okay. Spot more infinite viewpoints. All right. Spot some more infinite viewpoints. Okay. Spot some eternal viewpoints. All right. Spot more eternal viewpoints. All right. Spot more eternal viewpoints. Okay. Spot more eternal viewpoints. All right. Spot viewpoints of all. Okay, spot viewpoints of all. Okay, spot more viewpoints of all. All right, spot viewpoints of everything. All right, spot more viewpoints of everything. Good. Spot more viewpoints of everything. Okay. Spot viewpoints of many universes. All right. Spot viewpoints of many universes. Spot viewpoints of many universes. Good. Spot viewpoints of many universes. All right. Spot knowing viewpoints. Good. Spot knowing viewpoints. All right. Spot some more knowing viewpoints. Okay. Spot some understanding viewpoints. All right. Spot more understanding viewpoints. Good. Spot loving viewpoints. Good. Spot loving viewpoints. Good. Spot some more loving viewpoints. All right. Spot some loving viewpoints. All right. Spot liberated viewpoints. Good. Spot liberated viewpoints. All right. Spot more liberated viewpoints. Good. Spot more liberated viewpoints. Okay. Now get the idea that you have unlimited viewpoints and can actually look from anywhere in any way that you want, whenever you want. Okay, now get the idea you have unlimited viewpoints and can look from anywhere in any way that you want. Good. Now get the idea that you have unlimited viewpoints can actually look from anywhere, in any way that you want, whenever you want. Your viewpoints are no longer limited to just yourself. So now we're going to go to the Temple Shrine Hall for truly great spirits. After we take a break. So I'll count to 3 and clap my hands. You come out all harmonious, and to go back in, I'll just say sleep, sleep, sleep 3 times. So here we go, coming out. 1, 2, 3. Feeling great, totally in present time. All right, so we're going back in again. Sleep, sleep, sleep. And back in much deeper than before. In a deep, deep, comfortable trance state now. So this next area is called the initiation. It has to do with divine acceptance. Divine acceptance for you. Now, this first place we're coming to is the Temple Shrine Hall for the truly great spirits. And they knew we were coming. They've been expecting us. They know who you are and why you're here. They will each individually touch you as we pass through and give you their blessing. They truly understand. Now here are the greatest minds of all humanity. This is a great hall of saints. Here are some of them. Saint Agatha, Saint Agnes, Saint Cecilia, Saint Anathy, Saint Andrew, Saint Christopher, Saint Ambrose, Saint Barbara, Saint Peter, Saint George, Saint Teresa, Saint Joseph, Saint Lawrence, Saint Sebastian, Saint Patrick, Saint Francis, Saint Bernardine, Saint Catherine, Saint Lucy, Saint Valentine, Saint Monica, Saint Bernadette, all angels, saints, nuns, monks, mystics, masters, teachers, guides, great nurses, holy mothers, guardians, spirit masters, master creators, ascended beings, the greatest doctors and nurses, the greatest humanitarians are all here. And it is a spectacular place. There's a lot of light here, and it's very special. It's a very magical, special place. All the great inventors, Tesla and Marconi and Edison and all the great creators are all represented here too. This is a very bright area. As we move through the hall, each one of them reaches out and is touching us. Now they've got power, and they got special magic power. And they're transferring their gifts and magical, inspirational light to us. We are being blessed by them. Now this is individually and all together. We can feel them giving you ultimate, infinite, loving power. Now get the idea, you are giving them back ultimate, infinite, loving power. Feels so good to be acknowledged from both views. The brilliance in here is almost blinding. There's just so much goodness and compassion. This is very empowering. They are all combining to give us their blessings, and we are returning the flow. We feel their loving and caring touch, and they feel ours. This feeling will stay with us for a long time It's a great acceptance and initiation. And it feels wonderful to be acknowledged and initiated by these great spirits. Now we'll go on to this hall now leads to the God Capitol Rotunda. I call it hugs and kisses. We're standing in the center of a very large round space. We are circled by all of the gods of history and their essences and infinite powers. It's a powerful place. This includes the 33 million gods in Hinduism, the 8 million gods in Shinto. It includes Zeus, Apollo, Hermes, Jesus, Brahma, Saraswati, Deva, Devi, Brahma, Vishnu, Brahman, Mercury, Odin, Thor, Krishna, Christ, the Jewish God, the Muslim God, the Egyptian gods, Ra, Osiris, Isis, the Buddha gods, Jupiter, Mars, Poseidon, Neptune, Apollo, Ares, Dionysius, Jupiter, Hermes, Poseidon, Hera, Artemis, Cronus, Elion. There are a lot of gods here. Elohim, Demeter, Pluto, Persephone, Eros, Helios. The over 1,000 Chinese gods are all here too. The hundreds of Aboriginal gods are all here. The pagan gods are here. Gods over other universes and dimensions are present. There are literally millions of gods in this pantheon. They are individually and collectively giving us their blessings by a direct touch contact. Now this is truly an amazing place. Feel them giving us ultimate power. Feel us giving them ultimate power. We are being touched in every way by these divine infinite beings and the unifying one that embraces all the others, so they all fit. We can feel the love coming from all of them. The feelings we are getting are like rivers of wonderful hugs and cosmic kisses and nods of approval and support. They know we're here, they know why we're here, and we're returning the flow to them with the wonderful hugs and cosmic kisses. This is an out-of-the-world experience for sure. This is very valuable, personal, and powerful feelings. These feelings will never go away. It's unforgettable. You will remember all of this. It will stay with you. It's an area you can constantly refer to for power. This is a wonderful place, and they accept you completely. Now, the larger goddess rotunda, I call this area sealed with a kiss, is the next one we're going to. And as we move into it, we can feel individual touches coming over us in waves. The goddesses of fertility, the goddess of earth, Gaia, goddess of the family, goddess of the home, goddess of children, goddess of love, Venus, Hera, Athena, Diana, Isis, Kuan Yin, Shakti, Devi, Shiva, Mother Mary, Angelo, Layla, Evangeline. They are millions of goddesses here. This is their center, and they work as one. They spiral above us. Their touch feels like divine, infinite kisses in embracing waves. There is tremendous power and support for us here. This is a wonderful place. There is a great knowing presence here. It is all pervasive and it touches and feels everything. Feel them giving us their ultimate infinite power. Feel us giving them their ultimate infinite power. This is opening all of our chakras, especially the heart chakra. It's like several beautiful flower gardens opening and blossoming through us. And it's all sealed with a cosmic kiss. This is a total wonderful area. Now we're going to another area here. This is the realm of singular or senior viewpoints. These are the I am all viewpoints. This is the area where we assume all viewpoints. So as I call them out, we assume them completely. I am all children being born right now. I am all children being born right now. I am all women getting pregnant right now. I am all people dying right now. I am the earth completely. I am the sky completely. I am all oceans completely. I am all of the prisoners in the jails worldwide. I am all of their victims. I am your greatest fear, your greatest joy, and your greatest nightmare. I am everything you have forgotten. I am the light side and the dark side. I am where everything is hidden. I am where everything is revealed. Oh, only by being all can we have full perception and understanding. We can now assume both sides of the game effortlessly. And that is very liberating and freeing. You now have the I am all viewpoint very clear, and it belongs to you. Now we're going to move on to the ultimate infinite power generator and empowerment base. Now get the idea of you giving ultimate infinite power to another. Good. Now get the idea of another giving you ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of others giving others ultimate infinite power. Now get the idea of you giving yourself ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of your family giving you ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of you giving your family ultimate infinite power. Get the idea of you giving ultimate infinite power to your mate, family, and children. Good. Now get the idea of them giving you ultimate infinite power. Get the idea of them giving others ultimate infinite power. Okay? Get the idea of them giving themselves ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of the group giving them ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of them giving the group ultimate infinite power. Now get the idea of other families giving ultimate infinite power to groups. And get the idea of groups giving ultimate infinite power to other groups. Okay? Now get the idea of all humanity giving ultimate infinite power to families. Good. Now get the idea of families giving ultimate infinite power to humanity. Good. Now get the idea of humanity giving itself ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of humanity giving families ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of the group giving you ultimate infinite power. And get the idea of you giving the group ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of the group giving itself ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of the nation giving you ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of you giving the nation ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of the nation giving others ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of others giving the nation ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of the nation giving itself ultimate infinite power. Okay, now get the idea of the nation giving other nations ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of you giving humanity ultimate infinite power. And get the idea of humanity, all of humanity, giving you ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of humanity giving the physical universe ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of the physical universe giving humanity ultimate infinite power. All right. Now get the idea of plants and animals giving you ultimate infinite power. And get the idea of you giving plants and animals ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of plants and animals giving each other ultimate infinite power. And get the idea of plants and animals giving themselves ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of space, time, energy, and matter giving you ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of you giving space, time, energy, and matter ultimate infinite power. Good. Get the idea of gravity giving you ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of you giving gravity ultimate infinite power. Now get the idea of the physical universe giving the spiritual universe ultimate infinite power. Good. Now get the spiritual universe giving the physical universe ultimate infinite power. Now get the idea of gods and goddesses giving ultimate infinite power to the physical universe. And get the idea of the physical universe giving the gods and goddesses ultimate infinite power. Now get the idea of the spirit universe giving you ultimate infinite power. Okay, now get the idea of you giving the spirit universe ultimate infinite power. Get the idea of the spirit universe giving others ultimate infinite power. Okay, get the idea of the gods and goddesses giving ultimate infinite power to the spirit universe. Good, now get the idea of the spirit universe giving ultimate infinite power to gods and goddesses. And get the idea of gods and goddesses giving each other ultimate infinite power. Good, now get the idea of the gods and goddesses giving themselves infinite, ultimate power. Good, now get the idea of the gods and goddesses giving you ultimate, infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of you giving the gods and goddesses ultimate, infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of the infinite, ultimate divine gods and goddesses giving you ultimate, infinite power. Good. Now get the idea of you giving the divine, ultimate, infinite power. So we have rehabilitated your ultimate, infinite power, and it's permanent, and it's not going anywhere. You'll always have it to refer to. You've got a huge amount of agreement. In fact, yes, indeed, you do have it. Now, you can use that power any way you want, but as it is right now, we'll come out of the deep trance, when I count to 3 and clap my hands. To go back in, all I got to do is say, sleep 3 times in a row, and you'll go in a deeper trance than you are now. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Back in present time, feeling great. All right, so we'll go back into that deep, deep, deep trance again. I'll give you the command. Sleep, sleep, sleep. You're in a very deep, deep, hypnotic, deep trance state now. Once again, much deeper than before, totally relaxed. And keep breathing in and out to the sound of my voice. You'll feel yourself slipping even deeper and deeper into a totally comfortable state. Now we're moving on through this super power wash, and this next section that we're at to right now is called the refreshing river of infinite permission, perpetuation, and permanency. It's the deep, quiet calmness, and this is great peace. Now this river, we're soaking in the river now. We feel the river washing over us, and it really feels good. This river perpetuates with a permanency the gains that you've made, and you will feel it washing its permissions over us. That feels very, very, very good. And we feel infinite permission, an infinite perpetuation of the gains that we've made from the wash, and very clear, marked permanency of the abilities that we've gained. And this is, in fact, a deep, quiet calmness. This is great, great peace. And there is a rapture to great peace, and we can feel that rapture, and it'll stay with us. And we feel it washing its permissions all over us. We definitely have permission to maintain our position in what we've gained. Now, this next area we're going to move into is the orientation to new abilities and perceptions. Now, your memory is restored of everything that's happened to you. All right? That's your new abilities and perceptions. Your body is now transparent. You can see through others' bodies to spot where they have blockages to be released. This is the result of the power wash. Wrapped around you like yarn on a big spool is everything you've ever experienced in all the lives you have lived and all the decisions that you have ever made. This is called the Akashic Records. In these records, you can find the answers to everything you have ever wondered and decided about yourself. And now you can clearly access this record when you quiet your mind and focus. It will come to you, and you'll be able to see and know what it is that you're looking for. Now, all is energy. All is life. All is divine. All is being. All is sentient. All is infinite. Walls and mountains are transparent. Everything is alive. You can see through walls and you can see through mountains now. Everything is alive and everything talks. Now you're in a state that you can hear what it's saying. As you move around, you're clean enough now so you can see this stuff. You've got enough power that nothing can stop you. You can now see other people's auras, including the shells and barriers that they may have, the blankets and shields and black spots and fields that they've got. You can see other people's records and decisions. so that you can better understand them. You are empathetic. You are compassionate. You are psychic. You are clairvoyant. You are telepathic now and have the ability to see and talk to others on the other side or from a distance. You can bring anything from any distance away from you up to you to view it and to communicate to it. It doesn't matter how far it is away, whether it's another planet or whether it's a time in the future or a time in the past. You can bring it to you and you can understand and get the information and communicate with it whenever you want. All you have to do is quiet your mind and go there. You can now listen and hear the truth. You can now encourage others' knowledge, responsibility, and control. You have the ability to clean spaces of entities. You can see spirit guides and helpers and spirit friends. The fact that everybody is basically an angel is easily observed. And that feels good. Now we're going to an area I call the Heaven Access app. This is a quick guidance and access and orientation to the ultimate treasure map. And originally this power wash was called the Ultimate Map. The Ultimate Treasure Map is what it was called. Now we've entered heaven and all of its territories. That's where we're at right now. This is many dimensions, and it is, in fact, the source of all universes. So we're at a very major source zone. Now, there's different places here, and you can come back and spend time at them on your own. Meditate on them and have some activities in these areas. Now, the first area we're going to go to is called the Hall of Records. Now, we're right at the front door, and there's a guy with white hair and a white beard to greet us. He's the librarian. He's a specialist. He specializes in knowing exactly what it is that you want to know. And he will take you to a special area. He's got a surprise for you. And he's taking you now individually to a seat. Then behind the seat, he pulls a volume off the library shelves behind you. He opens it up and puts it into a 3D viewer in front of you where you can focus and see what you are seeing. Now, he picked one of your lifetimes that he feels is significant to your current life. And he picked an area of it that he thinks that is something that you need to know about or that you're looking for. Now, here's some of the answers that you've been looking for. Focus on the viewer. You're in a really, totally real location. Now take a really good look. Put your attention on it. It will expand. What culture are you in? Look around. See any architecture. You can identify the culture. Now look down. What kind of shoes are you wearing? What kind of clothes do you have on here? Look around. Where are you? What are you doing here? You will easily remember this to contemplate. All right. Now we're going to go to another location. You can come back to this one and you can meditate on the book that he opened for you. Now the next one is we're there now. This is the passage to the ultimate soulmate. Now this is door number 7 down the hallway. So let's just walk down this hallway and go to number 7. Now behind this door, your ultimate soulmate will appear when we open this door. So go ahead and look in, open the door, That's it right there. That's your ultimate soulmate looking at you right in the face. And this is your ultimate forever soulmate. You will completely remember this and have access to this door to go in there anytime you want and meet with your ultimate soulmate. Now we're going to go to another location here. You'll always have access to these areas because you have been cleaned up enough that you can come here. They'll let you in, so you're a welcome guest. Now this next location I'm going to take you to is the Museum of Divine Kisses. Now this is a special virtual reality location where you can experience each of the displays virtually. Now this place shows different types of love and respect shown by kisses. Now that's pretty wonderful. We go to the one here. Here's one right here. This is the kiss on the forehead. Yes, we can feel exactly how that feels. Let's go to another one here. Here's the Eskimo kiss. These rubbing noses. You know, let's move over to another one of these. This here is the kiss on the hand. Or the kiss on the hand. Yeah, we can feel exactly what that means and what type of love that is. Now let's go over to this next one here. This one here is the most common kiss of all kisses. This is the kiss on the cheek. Yeah, we can feel that kiss on the cheek. We can feel how it feels to give that kiss on the cheek. And we know what kind of love, what type of love and respect is shown by this kiss. Now there's many, many, many kisses in this virtual reality, in these displays. So whenever you want, you can go ahead and go down and try all the different types of kisses. You know, there's French kisses, there's, you know, kisses on the forehead. There's all kinds of kisses in here. Wet kisses, you know, slow kisses, quick kisses, all kinds of kisses. So let's move on here. At least you know where this area is. And the reason it's here is because it shows different types of love. And heaven is all about love. And different types of respect shown by this love and these kisses. Now the next area here is the temple of universal caresses, hugs, and embraces. This area also is virtual, shows many forms of love. And you can go in here and really get hugged and squeezed. You know, you got a fatherly hug, a motherly hug, a brotherly hug. There's all sorts of love in here. All right, now let's go over here. There's another location here. Now we come to the Lovemaking Temple and School. Now this place shows the wide variety of loves and how to use them. What the use of these various different types of love is. And it's a wonderful place. You can come here anytime you want, and you'll find the most amazing experiences in there. Now let's go over to another location here. This is the limitless parks and gardens of the heavens. This is where we gather with others to socialize. And there are many attractions here. There's attractions like ponds that are made by artists, and you can wade in the pond, and the lower part of you will turn into that universe. And when you come back out, you come back into heaven. So let's wade in one right now. We're wading in one that feels like cinnamon jello. The lower half of us turned into cinnamon raspberry jello. And as we wade out, it turns back into our heavenly self. So there's lots and lots of stuff to experience in these parks and gardens. And there's a lot of sitting areas that are totally, totally beautiful. This whole place is love and unity, this whole nature of heaven. And it's a place that when you're free from all the sufferings and everything, this is where you can come and you can bathe in wonderful, wonderful, happy unity and togetherness. Now there's an area over here I'll point it out. This is the halls of universes. Now what this is they're honeycombs of universes. Each honeycomb is a different type of universe to experience and explore. And to get to the different universes, all you have to do is put your attention on it, and you'll move right to where it is. That's how we negotiate in heaven. All we do is we put our attention on something, and we're immediately attracted to it, and the more attention we put on it, it grows. So to get into any one of these universes, all we do is put our attention on it. It gets bigger, and pretty soon we can peek in and see what's going on in there. A lot of them are survival universes. That means that you go in, you're born into it, carry on through the universe, and you die out of it. And when you enter it, you always know you're going to have to die to get out of the place. So they always aren't the funnest places to go. Now let's go over here to another location. We come to a place, we'll call it, this place here is home base. This is where there's friends and familiars. This is a very bright and happy place. This is the hangout for your group. This is where you all hang out. These are all your friends. There's about 17 to 21 in each group. And y'all kind of were birthed or born around the same time. And there's different levels of advancement in your own personal group. You also have teachers that come and visit you in your group that are more advanced, and they come and it's a place of pure love and unity. And let's go over here. Here's another location over here. Let me show you this next one. Next area is a school of the master wizards and the aesthete conjurers. Aesthete would be beauty, of course. This school is covering the magic of the arts of creation, of charm, of fascination, enchantments, enticements, manifestations, assemblages, conjurations, invocations, materializations, spell casting and removal, and pure creation. This is a wonderful place. If you want to hang out here at another time, you can come here, and you got master wizards that'll walk you through. Now we'll come out of the deep trance. When I count to 3 and clap my hands, to go back in, all I got to do is say, sleep 3 times in a row, and you'll go in a deeper trance than you are now. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Back in present time, feeling great. All right, so we'll go back into that deep, deep, deep trance again. I'll give you the command. Sleep, sleep, sleep. You're in a very deep, deep, hypnotic, deep trance state now. Once again, much deeper than before, totally relaxed. And keep breathing in and out to the sound of my voice. You'll feel yourself slipping even deeper and deeper into a totally comfortable state. Now this next location is the Rejuvenation Universe Centers. Now that name describes what happens here. Let's go to another area here, which is where there's views of the magnitude of beings. Now this magnitude of beings is numbers of beings being created and existing and going and coming from all universes. And this shows the magnitude of beings is a pretty interesting area. It gives you an orientation to the size of the operation. Now we're going to another place that has restricted views. This is the nursery. Here is the greeter nurse. She's here right now. She's very particular of who can come in. You have to really be educated to get in there. And she's got nurses. We can see there's nurses in there. They don't allow anyone in here unescorted or unbriefed. You can come over here another time. She'll spend some time with you and she'll walk you through. And they use light techniques to heal newly born spirits. Now, we're going to another location here and we're watching births and deaths from all universes. Now, this is the big picture. These are mass viewpoints. We can also see the spirits that are guardians over these universes that are on call to help people in trouble transitioning. Now we're going to go to another location that's pretty cool. This is the body choice location with the helpers that help us pick up our next body incarnation. And what they do is they give us a choice. They know they're specialists and they know exactly what it is that we want to experience in order to grow spiritually. And they give us about a half a dozen choices. And the body you have right now is one that they presented to you, and it's one that you chose. They let you look at 6 or 7 of them. The one you got now is the one you chose. So we're thanking them for doing a good job, and we're being very appreciative of what they do. Now, we're going to another location here, which is wonderful life review quarters with the elders. This is where we go when we die to do a life review and share it. They do not evaluate. What happens is you go in and run the full lifetime and show them exactly what you went through. And they're able to perceive all of your thoughts and all of your actions from when you were conceived up to present time, up to the death. They usually ask the same question. Well, how do you think you did? And they don't evaluate. They never put you down, and you will not be punished for anything you did. They only want to know how you feel that you did, so that, to see where you're at. And they really enjoy seeing where you were compassionate and you were kind and you were considerate of others. Now we're waving and telling them that we're working on it and what we're doing, by the meditations. And there's lots of admiration directed at them. And they're returning the flow. These are very advanced beings, very well advanced in what they do. Now there's another area we're going to here called the Hall of Acuity and Discernment. This is where we work on the knowing precision of perception, knowing futures and knowing all sorts of stuff. And here's another area here. We'll go to another area. This is past life remedies. This area is where we learn about possible remedies for problem areas in our incarnations. And here's another area. We'll go from here over to another area. This is schools of creation. There are many ways to create. This area studies them. Now we've got another area here. It's the music makers area. Now here we got choirs and symphonies. Now you should be sleeping right now in a deep trance. If I forgot to tell you, well, just go there. Anyway, so here are the universe creator schools. Now this is a variety and nature of universes are studied here. And people go in here and practice making universes. Now there's another area over here called the Temple of Wisdom and the Wise. Those that have mastered things hang out here. And we're going to go to another area even. This is the areas and frequencies of the restricted zone. Here the advanced game creators and destroyers only are allowed. This is about times, futures, and many types of universes, and the type of character it takes to get into these universes. Now there's another place that's really totally wonderful. This is the Museum of the Best Art Ever Created in Any Universe. And this is really totally amazing. There's a display in the central part, and in the display behind a clear glass box is a pencil on display. And that pencil display is shown with great respect. Now we're going to the museum, going over to the Museum of the Best Creations of All Time. This is totally an amazing place. You can come. This is best creations of any universe. Now we're going to go to another place, which is a great library of stories and universe creations. And it's a wonderful, wonderful place. It's a lot of writers go here for inspiration. Now we're going to go here to a point where we get a view of the enormous number of colonies of different kinds of beings. Now all beings aren't just one kind. There's colonies of different kinds. These are separated by different natures and purposes. We see that there are many groupings of spirits. This isn't commonly known. Now we're going to go to one other area that you are totally familiar with, and that is the cosmic power wash with the cosmic cleansing vacuum. We're now very familiar with this area. Now we're going to go and examine one other important thing here. It's called the Great Void. Now this is gray color, deep dark gray color. This is a limitless gray with full orientation, connection, and position. It contains all creation and spirits in all heavens and all of their manifestations. Even the ultimate heaven is embraced by the Great Void. Now the Great Void, no matter where you go in any direction, there's nothing there. It's just empty. And my observation here is that it's a gray color and that it's actually pervasive and it's everywhere. But all creation occurs in this Great Void. Now, what we're going to do is, since we've been through the power wash, we're going to call all angels. We're going to call all of the gods and all the great spirits we have contacted in this procedure, and we are inviting them all to give a great healing to everyone at the largest hospital in town, and heal all of the patients and all the doctors in the hospital. And that feels great. They all want to come. A lot of times doctors get bored with their jobs and get tired of seeing sick people all the time. So they need a little revitalization. We're going to give them all a buzz and revitalize them, whether they're in the hospital or at home. We're calling all of the great angels, all of the great spirits, all of the saints, all the nuns and monks and mystics and masters and teachers, or all the great inventors, all the gods and all the goddesses. And 33 million gods in Hinduism and the 8 million in Shinto. And they're all over the hospital right now, putting their intention on these doctors and these patients to heal them. Everybody's getting a healing touch. The ultimate infinite power is touching everybody, and they're all feeling it. Tonight is a special time for all of these people. They're all going to know they were visited by angels. Now, what we're going to do is moving above Earth and locating all the troubled areas on Earth, all the diseased areas and all the troubled areas where people are fighting. And we're going to calm down as a group. We're going to calm down the anger and hatred that mankind has for each other and replace it with divine insight and compassion. We're healing all the leaders of countries and removing their desire to exploit their people and other countries. We're handling China and the leaders of China and the USSR. We're affecting the full government of the USA. We're shining the lights on corruption. We have called on all of the gods to help us, and they're all coming together to do this. We are eradicating the coronavirus. The great healing has just happened, and it is done. In time, it is done. Now we're going on a grand tour of the universe. First, we'll embrace Earth and its full orbit around the sun. We can feel all of that orbit of Earth around the sun totally. We can feel Venus and Mercury inside of this orbit. Now let's expand out to Mars and feel the complete orbit of Mars. Next, let's move out and embrace the full orbit of Jupiter and everything within it. Now let's move out to Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus. Feel their orbits within us. Now let's move out further and view the Milky Way with all of its stars and planets. We'll look around here and see many other galaxies. There are billions of them, and we embrace them all. At this point, we exit this universe completely. Notice that there are many universes that are populated. Now, this is another area we're going through right now. This is the basement of all. It's black and dark and evil, so stay close to me. Nothing can touch you here. We're safe together. This is the darkest and most non-visited part of the mind. Automatic behavior is here. It's vile. Death, fear, unbearable things, scary blackness, blindness, deafness, numbness, unconsciousness, blackouts, nausea, extreme pains, horrible demons, suffering, confusion, vomiting, nightmares, psychosis, killers, headaches, suicide, meanness, sickness. People stay away from here for obvious reasons. Everything objectionable and rejectable is here. There's a lot of hatred and dark thoughts hidden here. Scared to death is here with powerlessness. And the next area beneath this, most people don't come down through this, but there's actually an area beneath this. It has the hidden treasure chest. And down below, way down to a much, much lower level, like 50 stories down, we go to an empty room. It's a basement of darkness. To a lower room it's never, ever visited. Now, this room is totally empty and infinite. There's nothing here to see. This is one of the reasons why it's never visited. There's nothing here to see. It has a deep foundation, buried and hidden deep under the huge, never-viewed cornerstone of this huge infinite room is a forever secret chest. We're moving way down to the small room that holds the chest. There's a big lock on the room and on this chest. I have the key and I'm opening it. We're opening the chest. This is a box in the box in the box thing. There are infinite layers and contents of the chest, radiations of protections and securities. We're entering the chest. We're going in together. Here is the inner sanctum. This is pure, ultimate, divine love. It is tranquility, peace of mind, and unity. It is togetherness. It is crystalline perfect. This is permanent and has never been tampered with. No one comes in here. It's ultimately protected. Nothing can affect anything in here except us. It's the first time you've ever been here. This is a deep love and understanding zone. It's very peaceful. This is a totally super personal and intimate zone. It is completely leisure and informal. This location is the most sacred of the sacred. This is the greatest possible comfort. It's an ultimate infinite serenity. As we look around, we see that no one has ever been here except you and me. It's our supreme love. It is ultimate compassion. It is infinite and forever. It is a full unity and balance in mind, body, emotions, and spirit. It's the infinite divine connection between us and the rest of the universe, universes. It is the ultimate forever magical intimacy. It is a special sparkling love that holds everything together for us. It can be felt everywhere, in all conditions, all shapes, all locations, and all times. This is our and your ultimate love power base, clean and clear. You have all of my viewpoints and all of my power, and I have the power of others. I and thou are one. We are pure bliss. We are connected to all and to everyone. We close the box layer by layer, sealing in our personal commitments to ourselves and to each other and to all others. We put the big lid on it and lock it up and place it under the huge cornerstone. We put a seal on it. There's no reason for anyone to affect what is in here. It is sacred. It is the Sacred Heart. This is as it should be. What a perfect treasure. We'll now return to the heavens with a fresh grand view of the celestial parks. Now these actions we're conducting clean and organize the space in your mind, body, your car, as well as your space at home and at work. There are no entities that can resist this powerful, permanent car wash. All entities released are fully removed from this space and placed out in the sun where they can decide what they want to do. One thing for sure, they will not be affecting you any longer. This experience here is the most amazing thing that's ever happened to you. This is a huge change in your life. Truly amazing and wonderful what we have experienced. We have discovered the treasure together, and the treasure is you. It is us. From this point onward, we will be able to communicate leisurely in parallel dimensions, dreams, and trance states together. We can go places together and with others and exchange viewpoints and perspectives telepathically. We're simply spirit friends. We can monitor each other's and others clearly. This is above and below. These entities and energies have been fully erased from bothering you. They are all eradicated, they're wiped out, and they are abolished, destroyed, and obliterated. They have all been fully vacuumed away, forever, never to return. They're all canceled out. They're all deleted, blotted out, and negated. Nothing at all can stick to you. They will never again be a problem to you. You're permanently free from them all. They're in a place where they can choose what they want to do next. They have all been replaced with a full restoration of love and kindness. You now have a true freedom to love and admire. Warm, tender, and a great passion for life is the result. This is the real thing. You are weightless and totally refreshed. This is a strongly determined, steadfast state. It is definite and permanent, and it will not go away. This will hold its ground forever. It will resist anything. It is a steady, resolved state, completely confirmed and determined. It is enduring and stable. It is solidly fixed, and nothing can ever remove it. It is definite and settled in purpose. It has given you your life and power back, absolutely and certainly. You know it for sure, no question about it. It's completely supported by all the saints, gods, and goddesses. You've received your power, and you definitely can give it too. We have completed and achieved our goals. We've finished off and polished our aims. This is now truly a brand new you, and it'll never go away. You now have a polish on you like never before, and it is beautiful and feels great. It is finalized and put into effect. You've attained more than you have ever imagined, truly, completely, fully, and firmly. And this is for real. It is accomplished and it is done, and you'll notice it more and more as time goes on. You can always return to this deep state by simply repeating, I feel fantastic and things are getting better. You'll immediately have a rejuvenation of all of your spiritual abilities, reaffirmed by the joyful actions we've taken here together. We can contact each other at any time. I am as close to you as thought. We are fully telepathic with each other and others, but ours is a special magnetic unity. We're as close as spirits can get. You are able to slip into a deep trance at your decision to explore and enjoy and be with me and be with the others. This is the true, ultimate, intimate, virtual reality. It's what you have been looking for. Now you have it. You're fully in control. You made it. You're now free and empowered to reboot your wins and gains you've had here. Just think of me, and all of these gains will return to you. This is as solid as a rock and everlasting. It will never be affected by any time, place, or person. It's something that cannot be taken from you. It's a gift from above. You'll remember everything and retain the power that you have achieved here. To strengthen and expand the gains you had, here it is important you share this power wash with others. For maximum gain, run it on as many people as you can. You have a holy heart, share it. Now let's clean all the grunge and crud It's washed off of you by flushing this room we're sitting in of all negativity and entities. You had a big wash going on in the whole, washing the whole room and the whole house. This is big and thorough. This is a big and thorough wash down. It's removing all spirits that are remnants of our washing actions. The space is getting sparkling clean now. Very good. Let's clean the whole house. Good. You feel that big clean going on here, and the whole property is being stripped and cleaned. Let's make it glow now. Now it's glowing. Give it a special magical glow. This is a magical place. You now feel light and bright. You sparkle. You have luminosity, and you have the light of 1,000 suns inside of you. There is a brilliant glowing radiance coming off of your body. This is dazzling, shiny, and very fresh. You have an inner peace and an inner joy that is giving you a cheerful, light, happy feeling. The love of the ages has been returned to you. You're so bright you literally glow in the dark. You're luminescent, refreshed, phosphorescent, and sparkling. You know that you have improved big time. You are refreshed and revived. You're light and bright with divine love and understanding. These good feelings will stay with you. This rejuvenation is actually complete now. You are now in your groove. So, I'll count to 3 and clap my hands. You'll be back in present time, feeling great, being able to remember everything, and just have a good rest of the time. 1, 2, 3, back in present time, feeling great.